Why there, guys? How's it going? Sloppy here in the third-person combat view. Let's get back to first person. What's going on? How's it going? Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby. How's the weather? How are the kids? Doesn't matter if you have them or not. It's just a polite thing to say to people. Unless they look young. Then it's just kind of weird. This got off to a strange start. He used to be up on this block. Now it just looks like it's there for no reason. Grum's Temple Gardens. Aren't they purty? What are we going to do today? Boy, oh boy. I'm thinking we fix up this storage room. I'm thinking we finish this storage room. Yeah, now that this new storage thing is in, we really probably only need one chest for all of these things. Which is kind of funny, because... What am I doing? I'm trying to press F. We probably only need one chest for, like, all of these blocks. With this new storage thing, it's like... Chests are so big now, and you can store so many things that I really don't think we need to go overboard and have two chests for everything. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool, but I really do want to just get this wrapped up so that we can move on, work on new projects, and yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, this is a storage room I started a while ago. The idea was to make it pretty efficient, so my touchstone is actually within sort of, I don't even have to move to get most of the things I need and use most. You know, my dyes, a lot of different blocks, those are all sort of in this general little 5x5 room. And so this is the decorative blocks, you know, the Halloween set, the limestone set, the medieval, and whatnot. So, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is just start rounding out this room. I think just get all the chests down. It is set up in such a way that if I really have, you know, if I really need a ton more medieval storage, you see how they each have their own little section? I wanted it to feel a little bit organic. So that's why they're not super regimented into like a grid or anything. I wanted to be able to expand a little bit too, so, you know, I can always just put chests in and around the blocks that represent them. But I do just want to get this area done and dusted. So, without further ado, I think I need to make a bunch of wood slabs. We're going to slap them all down. We're going to do a little bit of adventuring this episode. I am playing on this new update. It feels really good. It feels really smooth. But I do want to test it near machines. Because I'm just curious if they, you know, run good, bad, and different, you know? I don't know how much room I have here. Yeah, that's the room next to us there. So we don't have a ton of room to... Alright, anyway, let me get some wood slabs. I'm just going to get this laid out, and we'll see where we go from there. I just wanted to do a quick show. I'm going to move these to a second location. These chests in the middle here, though, this is all the stuff we got from doing the quests. So if you guys don't remember, in the Codex, which, by the way, has a new section called Help, which is actually really great. It gives little descriptions on different things, especially... like the creatures, you can see where they, you know, if you're new to the game, it's really great. You can see where the creatures spawn, and it's just really nice. And you can, you know, it's really great. It's a little help section. But these quests that were new to the game, I think in the last update, we've done 33 of 43, which is great. We have some more to do. But anyway, I was collecting all of the things that you have to craft for them or you get from them, just to see sort of how much stuff you end up with. And that's what's in these chests, which you can see is pretty not too shabby, I must say. But anyway, I'm going to move these somewhere else. But they were just in the way, and I thought maybe some of you guys would find that interesting. You end up with a lot of stuff if you do all the quests. Like, you end up getting just a lot of stuff from them, which is pretty cool. I forgot I used Adobe Brick in this build. I don't know, you know, I went back and watched one of my episodes to figure out why I used Adobe Brick, and apparently I just like the look of it. So now I gotta collect mud. I'm sitting in the bottom of rivers, and Adobe better look frickin' good. That's all I'm saying. New feature alert, perhaps? I did not see this before. It does have a little left shift. I saw that. If you guys don't know, if you left shift, it times it by 5. But check out this timer. I don't think it used to have milliseconds. Is it unnecessary? Probably, but I kind of like it. You know, I'm a person who appreciates having random stats thrown at you. You know, that's one thing I would love to see in this game. I know they just did this big update. I'm not, you know, they're doing great developing the game. But in Minecraft, and I hate comparing the two because I think they are pretty different games. But in Minecraft, they have stats, so you can see, you know, how many, you know, X mob you killed and stuff. I think it'd be really cool if we had stats in this game. You know, you can see how many Rambos you've killed, how fast, you know, how far you've flown, and I think that would be neat. I don't know if that's easy or hard, but yeah, this is kind of cool. Milliseconds, sure. Yeah, so what did I want to do? One, I wanted to make a few of those. Wood-burning lamps are pretty good for lighting. Wow. I'm pretty sure that guy just bumped me off of there. That was rude, sir. That's not the way to deal with rudeness, to do it back. But, yeah. So I've got a lot of the floor in. So in here, we're using sort of the slabs to create sort of a textured wall. We've also got this sort of ceiling. And I think this looks good, but I had this idea to sort of widen it out here so that we... You know, this feels kind of cramped. You're going through your teleporters, and then this part is sort of seemingly open. You can see I've got all the blocks down. I think it looks good. It's actually quite easy to spot what you want. I think they're laid out in such a way. The only thing is sometimes I'm not fully sure what blocks are what set all the time. You know, there's certain blocks like the industrial set. You know, some of these look kind of like the Moroccan set over here. But either way, I mean, that's not really a big deal. This part of the storage room probably won't be used an absolute ton. It's not often I'm grabbing a ton of blocks from one specific set, and that's sort of what this room is going to be used for. And usually when I am doing that, I'm at a build and it's a bit different, but either way, it's pretty cool, it's pretty useful. The only thing is going to be lighting, and that's why we have these for now. So if yeah, okay, my light's off. So you can see I've got some torches around. I've got quite a few torches underneath this center area. But the issue really is going to be shadows. I really kind of don't want them. And I'm not talking about this. There'll probably be some sort of ceiling eventually. But, yeah, those can be tricky to deal with. Either way, I'm going to try and mock up something. I think we're just going to go very plain for the walls. I think we're just going to sort of fill them in like this. Just do straight Adobe. I don't think they have to be too detailed, given sort of what the room is. I kind of want it to be plain. And, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and, put up. Yo, what is going on? Look at these shadows. I actually have the shadow quality at off. Let's turn it on, I guess. I can't move it. Sure. I just wanted to show because I think that looks... it looks about the same, except now we've got the sort of weird vibes on the other side. Oh my gosh. Looks like foggy and mysterious. I really love this view. It always reminds me, whenever I switch to Fantastic and I'm indoors, it reminds me of like a... kind of like an old school horror movie, the way it visually looks. I don't know if that's coming through on YouTube, but it's quite something. But I just wanted to give a shout out because this, I usually play on fastest. Because I'm an easy date, so I usually play on fastest. I just wanted to show, look at the shadows and like the quality of these. I think you could do an amazing, like, you know, I've seen some really impressive cathedral builds, and I don't know if these shadows are new, but they definitely didn't look as good in the last few updates. So we might have to try and build something that really uses these at some point, because I think they look just incredible. Really like rich and vibrant. I love the way the light comes through. We may have to do some testing on how we can like create these shadows, you know what I mean? Because they look cool. So I built the walls up to the height of sort of what this whole little complex is. And you can see we've got some work to do. It's very plain. Again, that's kind of what I wanted. I think it kind of works as a storage room because your attention is immediately drawn to all the blocks that are out of place. And that's the point, is that you want to be able to see those really easily. So I think having the plain walls is actually pretty good. We're going to sort of round them up. There's going to be some digging to do into the ceiling, but we're going to kind of round them up, and then we're going to actually go for a kind of a peak stone approach. So this whole this whole, yeah, I guess complex is probably the word that we're in. You know, we have our smelting and processing room here, which is sort of medieval with the peak stone. I love this room. And then we have our teleporter room over on this side of the mountain. Not a very practical base, just sort of fun to build. And this is really heavy on peak stone, and then you've got some other stuff coming through. So I think peak stone is sort of what is linking all these rooms together, because I wanted them all to sort of have different vibes, but all feel connected. And I think this room, we're definitely missing sort of that connection. So I think having peak stone kind of come through the ceiling, maybe do some like jugs, and we might even use the barred window to make it look like it's sort of holding back the mountain. But I'm not sure about that. We also might do something kind of cool, might be to make it look like sometimes the peak stone is like breaking through the wall. So if we like maybe did something, no, something like this perhaps. So eventually this will come in. You know, that might be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe in very limited doses that could be neat to make it look like it's sort of breaking through the wall. We also might use some vines to make this place look a little like it's falling apart. I find the adobe is very, not clean perhaps, but it does look sort of like a little too pristine for my liking. But either way, I do like the way the light sources are coming in here. I went with kind of a different approach to lighting this area. The middle is very well lit by torches. There's a ton of torches underneath this middle walkway. And then I just went and put wood burning lamps anywhere, almost anywhere that the walls started to curve, except that back corner there. So you can see the light sources are sort of just in corners of the walls. And then there's some light sources near the chest, but that's sort of how I went with lighting, and it's, I think, kind of cool. But yeah, I'm going to use the rest of my adobe, maybe do a little bit of the ceiling. I don't really want to do that right now. This is taking a little bit of time. But yeah, a little bit more building, and then we're going to go check out some more stuff with this. Alright, I take back what I said about wanting to build the roof right now. We'll do that next time. Let's head over to an area that has a lot of machines. The arena project. Perfect. Let's go there. If you guys don't know, a while back I started a big project. I called it the arena. It was going to be a big PvP fighting space. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Had a good time making it. It looks really good, I think. I'm not really much of a, I bet I have a lot of stuff over here, don't I? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I gotta bring these back to base. This is some good blocks. Look at that. Look at that. That chest is from when the 99 stack limit. Isn't that nuts? Now we're at 999. Is crazy how the world moves. I'm not much of a detail builder, so that's why this place stands out to me, because I put a lot of time into the details of it. It's not quite done. It's not quite done. We have a lot more work to do, but that's not why we're over here, to admire and appreciate. One of my favorite things is how it looks on the map, because it's just this green block area. A lot of fun to make, though. We came over here because there are a few places. There are a few places that stand out. We're going to use the pathway, because paths make the world easier to follow. And I spent so much time working on this path that I just like using it. But anyway, we built our gaming area in a canyon. Was it a poor decision? In hindsight, it's a cool spot, but the mobs here are probably the most annoying in the game. It's the island you come in on. So these games were done by other people, but all of them use quite a few. Well, actually, that's just a dropper. Let's try this one. These use quite a few machines. Players 2 to 4. Each player going to a different teleporter. Host goes an obsidian teleporter. Right. So I want to see how this runs. So the way this works, you know what? Let's, if I press, yeah, look at that. The room turns purple. These are all connections. So the way this game works is all of these blocks are basically attached to a, what do you call it? A phase thing. You know, the ones that can make blocks disappear? Basically, all of these are attached to one of the ones that makes something disappear. What are they called? A block phaser? Phaser. Why is phaser in my head? Yes, this. Block phaser. Yeah. Also, that's pretty cool that it shows you how many you currently have. That's new too, isn't it? So you can see current inventory. That's actually really nice, because then it's like, oh, I already have 300. That's really nice. I appreciate you, Creativers. That's a nice little... The teleporters seem to not be here anymore. What? Was this game, like, shut down? What's going on here? Oh, here's the teleporter. Okay, they're on the outside. So, yeah, I'm curious if this game... Because this caused a lot of lag. I do not remember the instructions. Yeah, this caused a lot of lag with how these things would phase in and out. Okay. Oh, I lost. Let's just see if it keeps going. Look at this. It's running really smooth. I'm like barely... I'm not even losing frames. Look at this. This is like the ultimate testament to how well this game is running right now. I'm gonna screenshot this because it's cool. I think this was made by Lazy Man. Yeah, look at this. Let's go check out the machinery. It's down below, and it is trucking along. Wowzers, look at this. I can run around. Well, there's a little bit of lag, but I can run around basically free of charge. Look at this down here. Isn't that crazy? This is all running, and the game is relatively smooth. Okay. Let's put those back. So yeah, that's impressive. GG's Creativers, crushing the lag that was plaguing this world. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end it for today. We did a little bit of work on the storage room. I'm just getting back into the you know, building and doing stuff and things. And I did want to check out how this update handled machines, because I have been wanting to build with machines for a while, and part of the issue I was having was that it was pretty laggy for a while to do anything with a lot of machines. Like this game before was essentially unplayable because you were getting like 10 frames. So that's really great. That opens up a lot of options for some fun machine stuff. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in those comments down below what you guys want to see me work on or do or anything like that, because I'm curious if you guys want to see me do building or exploring or, you know, whatever. I'm just curious. I'm a curious person. I'm like a cat, because apparently cats are curious. I don't know. Curiosity killed a cat, right? That's a thing. Just get a dog. Just get a dog. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao!